I never liked running. From the time I was a kid to my early 20s, there was nothing enjoyable about the act of self-inflicted suffering. Even after I found enjoyment from going to the gym and taking on bodybuilding as a hobby, I still have this disdain for prolonged cardio. Never did I think that I'd be the guy who goes out, signs up for different kinds of runs, or is worried about their splits. That was until about a year ago. See, around a year ago, I was given the opportunity to help organize a 4-day bike ride from Indianapolis to Chicago. And a part of that process was training up on my cardio so that I could participate in the ride. What I didn't realize was how much I would actually enjoy that process. Hours on hours of biking, stationary, outdoors, around small towns in Indiana. I loved it. I loved the fact that I was pushing myself and I was seeing myself get better and better every day. The ride I was training for came and went. I finished it alongside my classmates. We celebrated and I thought, that's it. I'm done with the cardio. And one thing that I didn't account for at the time was a fellow rider, Chinte, my best friend from school. After the ride, we both graduated and moved to respective cities. I ended up in Atlanta and he moved to San Francisco. One day, I got a call from Chinte. He said, "We should train for something." By the time he said that, I already knew what his next words were going to be. "I've always wanted to run a marathon." I didn't give it a second thought, and I told him yes. So that's when we started. And it was rough. Constant knee pain, triple the laundry, and not to mention the time commitment that I was having to put towards this effort. But I kept at it, because I loved that I was getting better at running every single day. I saw my splits improve. I saw my pace pick up. I saw some of my aches calming down. That was until Chinte injured his knee and our training took a pause. Part of me celebrated that I could stop, take a break, not put so much time towards this thing. And the other half of me was ashamed. Ashamed that I was willing to just give up when I lost someone who was there to help keep me accountable. And that was a big battle for me. Because why should I take all this time to commit myself just to have it go to waste and have nothing to show for it? I thought to myself, my success should not be reliant on if Chinte is there to run with me or if he's not. Luckily, a few weeks prior to Chinte's injury, my girlfriend had asked me if I wanted to run a half marathon with her. I said yes, thinking that at this point I would be so deep in marathon training that this would just be another long run. But because I had lost Chinte and I had lost the drive to achieve this larger goal, I became lax in my training. Miss a day here, miss another one there. It's not a big deal. It's a smaller race. I don't have to train as hard. And that started to add up. My runs got slower, I was feeling worse, and I asked myself, why am I willing to give myself a few extra moments of rest, of comfort, at the expense of achieving this thing that I see as greater? I was never a runner, but that didn't stop me from achieving something that I didn't think I could do. Going back not even a year ago, you could have never told me that I was going to be a guy who could run a 5K, run a 10K, run a half marathon. Not me.